Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we're here to look at a new product from Nars. This is in a little pot here. This is the Nars Light Reflecting Under Eye Brightener. Now that is not to be confused with a product that Nars put out many seasons ago, which was actually a color corrector in a creamy wand, and I really like that product a lot. Sometimes I even cheat and wear it as a color corrector and concealer. They kind of say this can be used for the same thing. So they're different products, not to be confused, both from Nars. This one is new. It is $34 and comes in 5 shades. I went ahead and chose the shade Golden Eye, which is the second shade up. So there's 3 more that are darker. And as they go along the line, they get a little bit oranger, and they are meant not really as a concealer, but they can be used. It's kind of a multi-purpose product. It is supposedly brightening. It is a cream with medium coverage, and it really does target dark circles with what they call chromatic pearls. Now this can be worn completely alone, even on a bare face, or it can be worn completely alone as a concealer slash color corrector slash brightener. Or, and this is where it gets a little bit confusing, they say the microspheres that moisture lock can also be worn under or over actual concealer. Under would be almost like you're using it like a color corrector and then adding a little bit more concealer for effect over the top. And if you put it over concealer, that would be, I suppose, just for brightening. So it kind of is a multi-purpose, use it as you will, layer it as you will product. And we are going to try it in the demo on its own and put makeup over it. But my demo was a bit misleading. My demo assumed that I would go ahead and put makeup on and film this intro right away and then film the ending after a wear test, which is how I usually do it. But life got in the way, and it's going to actually benefit this review. I have been wearing the product. Let me zoom in for you. I have been wearing the product for 2 hours, so not a full wear test, but for 2 hours. And because, though they say it's moisture locking, because it is in this little pot here, and that makes for a thicker texture, I frankly think that it is making some lines under my eyes. So let's throw caution to the wind, and let's go ahead and take, I brought this out in the demo and then didn't use it. This is the Tarte Creamy Concealer. So let's go ahead and give this a little try over it, because they do say that we can use concealer over, under, but I really think it is pulling apart after 2 hours and not working. So I'm just going to put that over it, and then you'll see in the demo that all I'm going to do in the demo is apply only the Nars product, and we'll go ahead then and make this the second part of the test, and then in the outro at the ending we'll see how this held up, okay? Because this is not, the Nars is not holding up on its own, you guys. So we kind of have a backwards wear test here. All right, now I just put a little bit of this, because I grabbed it. This is a nice one. This is the Tarte. I mentioned this in the demo. I thought we'd use it in the demo, original demo, with nothing on my face, but we didn't. That has kind of given it a little bit of life, but I don't know what will happen afterwards. So that's kind of done the concealing. This was, I don't think, working out for me. To me, this is kind of like, do you remember Charlotte Tilbury did a color corrector in a pot? And a lot of you love that. I never did. I find these things that are in a pot that you dip into, I prefer a wand for my color correcting and concealer. That's just personal preference. But I think I've given it a little bit more life in applying this Tarte Radiant Shape Tape over. Not to be confused with Shape Tape or Creamy Shape Tape. Didn't like either of those. I like this Radiant one. And I've given it a little bit more life doing that, so I feel more comfortable doing the wear test in this. Now we are about to go to the demo where I use only this product, and you can take a look at it. And then the wear test will not be only this product. The wear test will be later today with both of these, which is how I think I'm going to recommend wearing it after all. We are nothing but our ability to pivot, to pivot on a dime when the beauty world demands it. It will be tough, though, to go against this. I do like this Nars color corrector product. It is still on the market if you're interested. I think it's a really nice one, almost as good as my beloved Tarte color corrector, which is not out anywhere in this video, but I have ordered some new ones. Now, a little bit of housekeeping before we go to the demo. We are about to celebrate 15,000 subscribers strong. Thank you to this community and how wonderful you guys are. And I just wanted you to know that coming up on July 5th, we are going to have a subscriber-only live at 9 a.m. Los Angeles time, which is noon on the East Coast, and 5 p.m. in the UK, 6 p.m. In Europe. Let me do the math. Yep. And if you are an Australian viewer and will not be able to make it because it's the middle of the night, if you could throw your name down below. I think I know all of our PRINTcesses down under, our PDUs, but if you are, please let me know and I will make sure to enter your name in the drawing. We have all sorts of great products from Charlotte Tilbury, and I have some Laura Geller, I have some Merit, I have, oh gosh, all sorts of, I'm looking in my drawer where I keep it all. Oh, MAC. Oh, tons of Charlotte Tilbury, Ciate London, Viseart, all sorts of good giveaways. So if you are down under, if you are in Australia and you will not be able to make a 9 a.m. Los Angeles, I don't know what time that is. Let me do the math. It is 2 a.m. in Australia, I think about. So if Australians are inconvenienced by that, and I can imagine you would be, do let me know down below. And I'll make sure you're entered into the drawing so you can watch the live on replay but not miss the opportunity to be part of the drawing. Gotta love our Australian viewers. Can't forget about them. All right, let's go ahead and go to the demo in what turns out to be a little bit of a strange wear test, but let's see how we're gonna do wearing both products. Demo is just the Nars though. Stay right there. Okay, throwing ego to the side, where even I, upon editing, gasp. Here I am with absolutely nothing on my face. Except some morning skincare, and you have seen this before if you have seen my other color correcting, brightening concealer videos, but I will show you what we're working with. We've got a blemish right here. Don't know if this is really meant for that, but you know, maybe we'll try it. And we have, you know, I have the sound effects queued up. Sound effect check. Ah, there it is. Somebody said on my other video, that sound effect scares me every time. It is terrifying, I know, because I use that sound effect when we speak about my dark pits of despair. That is right here, this area in the inner corner of my eyes that is really dark, and I think it's both dark and shadowy. It is not attractive, and it is what I look to correct with a concealer, with a color corrector, that kind of a thing. And this is kind of a little bit of both. Just a reminder, this can be used on top of foundation, on top of concealer, under foundation, on its own. We're going to use it on its own. I did bring over the Tarte, the Radiant Shape Tape. I kind of like that one. That's the newest one, not the creamy. Don't be confused. The Radiant. I kind of like it. So maybe we'll try that over if we think we need to. I'm prepared. I have it here. But what I thought we would do really to see is I thought we would do an eye-to-eye comparison. Let's see what this does just on its own, which is one way to wear it. And a reminder, of course, that this is the shade called Golden Eye, which is the second up. I know you knew that already, but okay, so you can go ahead and put your finger in it, but with longer nails, I don't enjoy that. So let's go ahead and see. Let's try this eye. Let's just kind of put some here. I'll put some on the lid itself because I do like to use these kind of things as a little bit of a primer for the eyeshadow that I'll be wearing. And yes, I am purposefully wasting time and letting this sit a little bit. Hey, why not while we have it? And since I don't have anything else on, this is for eyes, but let's just see if it kind of just brightens up the face. Not saying I'd always do that, but we're sitting here, so let's try it. Okay, oh, wow. That seems to be really nice. As I told you, or should have told you, I do like their color correcting, the wand. It looks more like a traditional concealer. I do actually like that. This is definitely brightening. I would think it would need, you know, and if you have a deeper complexion and you went for the more orange shade, you will definitely rely, I believe, on a concealer over the top, or certainly a foundation so it doesn't end up looking like you covered up darkness with just another color that needs to be covered up. and onto the nose. My nose gets red. Okay, well, this is actually quite interesting. It is a drier formula than we are used to in a wand. Usually I don't like that, kind of like Charlotte Tilbury's in a little pot. But let me stop hiding the evidence here and let's take a look. So this side, I don't know if I should have done it on the face, but why not? I brightened up with the new Nars product, and this side, of course, has nothing. So let's compare specifically the dark pits of despair in the inner corners of my eye. Here we go here with the Nars product applied and nothing else. And here we are here with nothing. What do you guys think? Let me take a quick look. Oh, it's considerably better, and I really didn't go orange. I mean, this is almost a concealer shade. I don't think we need, I brought this over, but I don't think we need to add it. Why? Because being in a pot like this is, I feel it's gonna get dry and could cake. So I'm gonna just let it mellow like this. I'm gonna actually use this as my concealer, maybe even applying a little bit if I need it over foundation. I actually think I'm a-okay to apply foundation now. I'll put the other side on off camera, and we'll give it a little bit of a wear test. I am really interested in this. That doesn't look like it needs anything else over the top, and it doesn't, I mean, though it has a tad bit of a warmer apricot-y, stretching things a little bit, a lean to it. I don't really see that it's something that has to be covered up. Could this be a kind of all-in-one Brightener color corrector concealer? Could it replace the Tarte color corrector that you guys know I call my beloved? I'm going to put on the other side off camera, put on the rest of my makeup, and let's see how this wears. Wow, kind of impressed. Stay right there. Okay, a little bit of a reminder here so we were all on the same page. In the demo, I just used solely the Nars product, planning to go do my intro right away with full makeup on and then do a wear test. My intro was about 2 hours after putting it on, and it began to crease on me. These kind of cream in a pot products do that. So I went ahead and did what I did not do in the demo and added the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm just making sure we're all on the same page here. And that is what I have been wearing for 7 hours. So now let's look at it. Remember that the Nars product can be used alone. For me, we already know that failed. And it can also be used in conjunction with concealer and foundation in any way that you want, under, over, anything that you want. So let's see what we got here. Oh, held up much better. I do still see some of that creasing, but applying something creamier over the top really helped. This Nars is supposed to have moisture-loving microspheres. Maybe it does, but it creased on me a little bit. I like Nars for concealers. I like them for color correcting. I'm not giving up on this product just yet, but I'm not upset that it gave me some trouble, because I kind of want you to know that you might have to play around with this a little bit as well. Doesn't look like it's just going to be like working out of the gate for everyone, but perhaps if you like the Charlotte Tilbury color corrector that also comes in the little pot, which I did not. So there you go. Maybe then you'll love this. It's certainly very, very pretty. Maybe I'm going to try using some lighter layers. I'll try using it over concealer. I mean, maybe. Let's see what happened. It's been 7 hours. I mean, at this point, let's just throw caution to the wind, I should say, and put a little bit on over. Maybe that's the way to do it. I put it under because I was hoping to wear it alone. So maybe it just needs to be worn over it. At this point, I'm piling on layers, and I don't advise that. But maybe that's the best way. Look, it's certainly pretty, and then you can let the concealer be creamy and just use this to brighten. So I'm going to keep playing around with it, but I'm kind of glad I had a little bit of trouble, because it does serve as a tad bit of a warning. We might have a fussy product alert, but I don't want to give up on it just yet. I kind of like it, and I do feel maybe the way to go is going to be over concealer, which Nars says you can do. Look at how much brighter my eyes look. Maybe that's going to be the way to do it. I like it enough, and I like Nars enough to keep experimenting. I just don't want you to think it's going to be a success out of the gate, and for some of you that can be frustrating. Right. All right. So let me know what your thoughts are, and if you tried this, and if you like these kind of products that are in the pot like this. Did you like the Charlotte color corrector? What shade did you get in the Nars? So many questions to ask. So make sure you leave that below. It's what makes us a community. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. If you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe and check out down below the information for our subscriber only live coming soon on July 5th. You know what to do if you live in Australia. I gave those directions already. Come on over to Instagram and TikTok and give me a big hello and a follow. And don't forget that you can become a bigger part of this channel by becoming a channel member for frequent weekly members only live, and that you can give super thanks. But however you choose to be here, guys, I'm just thrilled to see you, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye-bye.